Retire on your memories, why they matter more than ever, especially in retirement. Today I want to talk about memories. And memories are really your life story. Memories are very important because it's your life story. I had a conversation yesterday with my wife, Marianne, and I'd say the last couple of years we've been kind of reminiscing over coffee on Sunday mornings. And it's something we look forward to doing, just taking up just a little time to do that. And we had a great conversation yesterday about memories, what they are, why they're important, how to share them, how to document memories, that sort of thing. I'd like to share those with you. And the second thing I'd like to share with you is, I guess, some memory joggers, some key events, key things that will trigger memories of your own, and that'll be fun. I think the whole conversation started with me telling Marianne about a book I was reading. So you are retired, and you downsized and decluttered. And so what do you do with your life from here on out in retirement? And it talks about how important it is to not accumulate more material possessions, but to spend your life's energy and money on accumulating experiences that will turn into memories for you and your family and your friends. And that's what it's all about in retirement, is accumulating experiences, which is memories, basically. And I thought about that. So the premise of it is experiences and memories are more important than money. They're worth spending your remaining life energy on getting experiences with memories that turn into memories. And so if memories are that important, why not also look back on your life experiences? If you're in your 50s, your 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, you've got a hell of a life experiences to think about. And if you're like me and my wife, Marianne, we've had quite an adventure. We got married at 25. We're 77 and 78 now. So we've been married 52 years. And it's been an adventure. And we never stopped to look back and think about things too much. We were moving on and busy and accumulating experiences our whole life. And now that we were retired, we started retiring 18, 19 years ago. But for about the last 10 years, we have been fully retired. But like I said, about 2 years ago, after Sunday breakfast, we were drinking coffee and we just started reminiscing. We said, you remember our first apartment? The one with the balcony, the little balcony, and we had a hibachi grill there. We used to go down to that meat market. Remember that? And we used to buy that Delmonico steak, and we had a recipe. What was it? Out of Southern Living, and the butcher would tell you how to cook it. And it was so good. That was on our own experiences shared as a married couple, but we went beyond that. So when Marianne and I have been having these conversations and reminiscing about our memories, we've got our shared memories, but we also we didn't meet each other until 6 months before we got married. It's lasted 52 years, so don't knock it. But we had our life before then. We had our growing up life and going to school life. And then after leaving home until we were 25 and got married, we had that life. And then we've had our shared life, our marriage life together. So it's interesting to hear about Marianne's early life. And she's told me bits and pieces over the years, of course. Really interesting to hear someone you spent your life with talk about growing up and her experiences there. And of course, you got your own experiences to share. I realize shared memories are special. So who do you have shared memories with? You have shared memories with your spouse, like we said. How about your brothers and sisters? or even if your parents are still living, you have shared experiences with them, that's for sure. And do you once in a while call them and talk about different things that happened back in the past that you shared these experiences together? Do you remember your mother on Mother's Day and tell stories to your brother or sister about your mother, and father on Father's Day? You know, those are very special memories. Your friends and relatives and spouse even will die, and you have nobody to relate those shared experiences to anymore. So I would say that's a very special, if you still have people you have shared memories with, there's no time like now to go ahead and start sharing those memories with those people. Those are special. Do it while you can. Do you take time to relive your memories now that you're retired? You know, do like Marianne and I do. Get a cup of coffee on a Sunday morning, maybe, and we don't do anything special. We don't even say that we're going to be sharing memories. We just start and do it. But it's kind of a special time to share your memories. A lot of people like to journal their experiences, write them down. We know quite a few people who have written books about their life experiences. Jack in our walking group, I think his daughter gave him for Christmas a outline of a book. Apparently they have an outline where it will ask you different questions and you write in the answers, and that kind of builds your life story for your children, grandchildren, great-grandchildren, and he's working on that. So that's an interesting way to do that. YouTube, several YouTube providers, content providers, said the reason they do the YouTube is to document their life experiences for their kids and grandkids, and great grandkids, and thereafter. Don't you wish that some of the people in your past had shared their experiences more with you? And some did, and don't you cherish those memories? Marianne's uncle was on Pearl Harbor when it got bombed, and we spent a lot of time with him towards the end of his life, and he didn't talk about it too much, but I certainly remember those conversations with him about that. And Marianne's mother, my mother-in-law, I remember picking her up for Thanksgiving, just me and her, and riding back to our home, and she sharing stories about some of the things that happened in her life. You know, those are special. So shared memories are special. So why are memories important? Well, they're basically your life story. So that's why they're important. They're valuable. They're valuable. If somebody said they would pay you $20,000 to forget some of your experiences, would you do that? You probably wouldn't. Some of your most valuable experiences are priceless. I heard a story about two young men working in the same job, just entry level, and one took off. This was back in the 70s or 80s. One took off and went to Europe for the summer. And he took a sabbatical and he borrowed the money to do that. And his coworker said, "What are you doing that for? We just started work here. We're building our career. You're going to fall behind." And so the one guy went to Europe and backpacked and went to Paris and Belgium and Germany and all across Europe and had all these experiences and came back at the end of the summer, and he shared those. And that guy that was telling me this remembers that. He said, "You know what? Those were valuable experiences. When he came back, he was making the same money I was. And, you know, I can't, and now I'm 35, you know, I can't go backpacking across Europe." So some experiences are time sensitive. You're only going to have a window of opportunity to experience things, and you should do it while you can. And for people in retirement, we say that's a saying here in our retirement community, our 55 plus community, is do it while you can. And a lot of times we're talking about travel, do it while you can, but I saw a woman walking down the street and she walks all the time, and somebody with me asked her why she does it. And she says, because I can, and I'm going to do it as long as I can. Our experiences are unique. Everybody's experiences are unique. Your experiences are unique and your memories are unique. Not all memories are good. I mean, we have bad experiences and bad memories, as well as good experiences and good memories. But even the bad memories are part of who you are. Looking at people's life stories, hearing people's life stories is amazing. We do that in our walking group. I started the Walking for Fitness group 9 years ago. And on Monday, I started a walk and talk. And on Sunday afternoon, I email out a topic to talk about. And it prompts stories from people. And we've got people here from all over. And we're all retired. And the question could be, have you ever met a famous person? Tell us about it. If you ever won any money, like the lottery or a casino or anything, tell us about it. Have you ever been in danger? Have you ever come close to losing your life? Tell us about it. And the stories that people tell are absolutely amazing. They're amazing stories. And guess what? When you start thinking about your own life, you've got amazing stories. It's amazing what you've done. And you need to take some time and think about it and share those experiences. And it's absolutely worthwhile. You get to know people by their stories. When people tell you their stories, that's their experiences, their life experiences. And basically, that's who people are. That's who you are. You're a collection of your life stories and your life experiences and your memories. That's who you are. Okay, here comes the fun part. Memory joggers. These are kind of little things that will help you remember things, kind of like my walk and talk topics on Monday walk and talk, memory joggers. Growing up, think about that. Growing up, all those memories you had, playing with your friends and going to school and all that sort of thing when you're growing up, tons of memories. One of my videos recently, I asked the question, what was your first memory? And it's amazing how many people said going to school was their first memory. First day of school. Family, think about your family, your father, your mother, your aunts, your uncles, family get-togethers on holidays, all the memories you have there, and probably continue to still have. But think about work experiences, your first job, all the jobs you've had, all the times you got fired and had to find another job. Think about the ways you improved your job the next time. Isn't it amazing how your work experiences kind of tells a big part of your life and how it took you different places in life, the places you traveled, the speeches you gave, the people you met, the people you work with, the bosses you had, all those things. Absolutely amazing experiences. Marriage. Remember getting married? Maybe you remember getting divorced. Growing together in a marriage, all the things you've done together in a marriage is absolutely amazing. That's what we've been sharing, Marianne and I. Marriage, memories, shared memories. And we need to do it while you can. It may not always be the case you could do that. If you lose a spouse, that's you can tell somebody about it, but it's not like sharing with your spouse those memories you both experienced. Kids, you have kids. You remember raising your kids. They're going to school. All the memories about kids you've had. Travel. Remember all the travel, all the places you've been to, all the wonderful travel experiences you've had. Absolutely amazing. Friends. Think of all the friends you had. All the friends you had growing up. a lot of people you grew up with that went to school, like high school with, they're no longer with us. If you're in your 50s or 60s or 70s or above, you are missing classmates out of school. Do you ever get together with some of your friends from high school or college and reminisce and just touch base with them? Friends. Another trigger is historic events. Where were you when John Kennedy got killed? Where were you when they landed on the moon? All these historic events trigger memories, don't they? Music, songs. My wife, that's one of her favorites. She was a Beatles fan. She can listen to a song and she knows exactly where she was when she heard it. Songs are important. Unique experiences. Again, my wife was a Beatles fan. She remembers watching Ed Sullivan's show with the Beatles. Her family was very religious, had to go to church on a Sunday evening, and she washed her hair. She tells the story. She washed her hair to stay home. They didn't have hair dryers in those days. And she washed her hair so she could stay home and watch the Beatles on Ed Sullivan. And she took Polaroid shots with her camera. And she still got those today of the Beatles, when the Beatles were on TV. She went to the Beatles concert, I think it was 1964. She saw in the Atlanta Stadium, she saw the Beatles perform live. And she still got the ticket to remind her of that experience. I'll have to look at the ticket, but it was very, very cheap. So you have your unique experiences. Dreams. My wife, she dreamed the other day about her job at an insurance company. She was office manager, and that was over 30 years ago. She was dreaming of her office job from 30 years ago. So you dream based on your memories. And I heard something interesting today of a lady who walks with us in our walking group. She says sometimes you dream and the dream kind of changes your memories. The dreams are based on memories, but the dream is different than your memories. And then you remember your dreams and that becomes your new memory. I mean, that's a little over the top of my head, but that's interesting. How about somebody who dies? You have a friend that died and you have to go and give a eulogy and you just remember that person. You start remembering, don't you? You remember all the good times you had with that person. You honor them by their memories. I'll just close in saying this. Memories are valuable. They're valuable because they're your life story. Memories tell your life story. So take some time, think about your memories, document them, share them, and let me know in the comments, what are some of your memories? What are some of your school memories? What are some of your friend memories? Do you take time to actually remember? Do you have somebody you share memories with? Do you call your relatives once in a while and talk about the old days and memories you've had together? Let me know in the comments. This is Robert's Active Retirement. I appreciate you watching. Please like and subscribe. Thank you very much.